Hey everyone, appreciate you all being here at USA Crypto Group for this AMS session. We're very excited to have Three Protocol back with us today, discussing their innovative project aimed at creating a network of autonomous and decentralized marketplaces using the blockchain technology. So with that being said, I'd like to welcome Grant from the team. Grant, great to have you guys back here. If you can start out introducing yourself, talking about your team, and give us a bit of insight into your background experience.
Nice. Good evening, everyone. I am Grant. I am the co-founder of Three Protocol. I have been part of the Web3 space since my co-founder Louis, who can't be here today. But since he onboarded me back in 2021, he introduced me to the world of NFTs, showed me Web3 for the first time, and after a while, we spent some time looking at projects that he was working in. He was already working in Web3, and he was facing a bit of a recruitment problem. We decided to set up Jobs 3. That was a bit of an initial MVP, and that has evolved into Three Protocol that we see today. So we sort of almost took a slight backward step, looked at the bigger picture, and looked at creating sort of the foundational system that we were going to be able to build sort of future decentralized marketplaces on. And that's what we're here to talk to you about today. The rest of the team, we've got Brendan Young, who's our CSO. We got Sean Munn, CMO, and we've got the team from Tectum who are incubating us and giving us a very welcome, guiding hand through launch and through our incubation period with them. Joining us on the call from Tectum, one of our sort of senior advisors is Trevor McCarter, who should be here now.
Yeah, hello folks. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, we can, Trevor.
Brilliant. Yeah, glad to be here. Obviously, my name is Trevor McCarter. I am COO of CrisMind, the parent company for the Tectum blockchain. One of those entities is Tectum Labs, and Three Protocol is our first incubation project for Tectum Labs. So as well as the normal routine for CrisMind, I'm also one of the advisors for Three Protocol. And then, my background, basically there, my early 20s there, got into manufacturing and agriculture. One thing in common is cutting edge technology in order to get ahead of the game, so to speak, in both industries. It led me to travel a good part of the world. And through that process, I was able to see different cultures, different ways of life, different ways of doing things. So it gave me a good fundamental, sense of the world and how it works. And you meet interesting characters along the way. So I got into the crypto space around 2016, 2017. Around that bull run, started learning about Bitcoin. Even at that stage, I thought to myself, at some stage down the line, Bitcoin's probably going to need a scaling solution in some shape or some form. Started learning more about that. That's what led me to the CrisMind team, who were trying to find a scaling solution at that time. And then the rest is history. Been working with the team ever since. We launched last year, and now we're incubating the Three Protocol. I'm very excited there to have Three as our first incubation project.
I appreciate the introduction there, Trevor and Grant. Yeah, we're very familiar with you, Trevor. You've been here in MA a few times now, along with Tectum, and we know Tectum very well. You guys doing a heck of a job out over there. So when we heard that Three Protocol is the first project that Tectum is incubating, it's actually exciting, right? It was very exciting for us, and I think a lot of us jumped on board. And I think the launch shows that. I think you guys had a lot of success on your first day. I mean, there was little, little hardships here and there in the, at the launch, but we went past that, and you guys went up to almost like what 40 million market cap the next day, didn't you? Around there.
Yeah, that's right. We were sat around about that point the next day and sort of hovered around that point for a few days.
Yeah. So first, I want to say congrats on your success of your launch there. So that 40 million to achieve 40 million, especially through a stealth launch, that's not very easy to do. Very hard to do, and you guys did it. And so right now it's sitting at like around 18 or 20 million market cap, which is still phenomenal. Very good launch. But yeah, let's get to the project. So Grant, I know that you guys, Web3 or Jobs3 is your first branch on your platform. But you guys are very ambitious. You guys pretty much implementing an existing, a proven successful business model in Web2. So using the blockchain. So before we dive deep into each of the branches that you have there, what do you see are the problems right now in the Web2? In that, what a solution that you guys trying to provide?
Yeah, that's an excellent question, and it's sort of we like to align it to the three sort of core technologies that we're building out in 3 Protocol. So the 3 primary technologies that are going to sort of be part of each of the decentralized marketplaces that we're building are Zero Knowledge Proof decentralized IDs, the neural network AI, and the Tri-Signature smart contract structure with the DAO able to settle disputes. These technologies are there to settle some of the fundamental issues that we see with centralized systems, centralized marketplaces, and both the centralized sort of fiat monetary system. The idea behind the Zero Knowledge Proof decentralized IDs is that it enables people to be able to transact in cryptocurrency in a more secure and private way without the central oversight from the likes of CBDCs and other centralized fiat-based systems. And that appeals to a number of different groups, which I'm sure we'll go into more detail with later. The neural network AI is a section which I'm like super excited about. I like to geek out about it quite a lot. But this is AI not just for the sake of it. So it feels like, and I don't know about you, you probably have your eye on lots of different projects all the time, but it feels like every single project has to have AI somewhere in its title, somewhere in its system. It's got to have AI, otherwise, I mean, what are you doing? And it's not just AI for the show of it. This is AI that serves a genuine purpose. It's going to make the searches on our platform intuitive. It's going to make it simple. It's going to replace this clunky keyword searching with intuitive prompt-based searching. And the tests that we've been running internally with this AI we've built from the ground up, it's phenomenal. It's spectacular. And then the Tri-Sig smart contracts that we have in place are just going to be able to allow people to be able to transact, earn in crypto, pay in crypto, sell in crypto, all within the 3 Protocol ecosystem in a way which is secure, and that if there's any issues, then they're able to escalate it to our DAOs so that it can be resolved in a simple, no issues fashion. And so that is what makes us different to these centralized versions, the likes of eBay, the likes of Uber, the likes of Upwork. We are taking their model, we're looking at what they do, and we're doing it in a way, and we're offering a solution which is genuinely decentralized and has, in my opinion, a lot more promise.
Yeah, and just to touch up on that, one of the big elements that we're really excited by with Grant's project is privacy. Giving back as much privacy to the user as possible. When the system is going to be implemented out fully, at that stage there, you're really in control of how much information you want to give to someone. Depending on the marketplace, depending on what you're selling, you can choose to have as minimum information give as possible, as well as having the ZKP element to it as well there to facilitate on that. But I think privacy is definitely one of the biggest factors to focus on with this project.
I agree. By having you guys taking a proven business model from Web 2 and now taking it to Web 3, which is the blockchain and using crypto as part of the ecosystem, it just gives everyone accessibility, right? Accessibility to the marketplaces, which the Web 2 may not, because what's happening is that you see a lot of people that may not have bank access. And I think that you guys are solving that issues as well. But I do want to touch on your protocol, your neural network AI model. Like you said, right now everybody's using AI, right? The narrative is strong. So that the neural network AI, so it's the main purpose of that is to be more efficient and accurate in searching for things and getting the result on your marketplaces. Is that what the main purpose of that the AI model is going to do?
Pretty much. I mean, you're not far off there. So driving efficiency is absolutely one of the primary functions of it. But one of the best ways of describing it is, imagine like you go to, let's use jobs free as the example. Imagine you go to like Indeed or somewhere like that, and you have to search for a job. Or you go to Fiverr and you're looking for someone to fulfill a particular role that you have. You're reliant on keywords, and you're reliant on your interpretation of what those keywords are going to be, which means that you're not necessarily going to get connected with the person who's right for the job. It might be actually that you didn't quite nail your keyword search, because that might not be the right play. With the neural network AI, this allows you to use prompt-based searching. So you can add as much detail as you want to your prompt. You can include information that is important to you. You could even upload the whole job spec if that's really what you wanted to do. But it means that you are able to search in an intuitive way, in a prompt-based way, which is going to deliver you the recommended results rather than just focusing on what best matches the keywords. So it uses like advanced machine learning to be able to connect you with the best possible results.
Okay, so now job 3 is the first marketplace that you guys are implementing that right now. Is your neural link AI, is that already implemented on job 3 currently?
No, so we're still in the testing phase of the neural network AI. So Jobs 3 itself, the platform, we're looking at launching this at some point in early to mid-June. We then have the neural network AI, which is going to be implemented towards the end of July. So it takes a little bit more tech. We need to be able to build up the system that's built in it, and then we'll implement it from there. Once it's implemented and in a good position for Jobs 3, then it means that naturally we'll be able to add it across the other platforms sort of at launch as they go.
Okay, and that's not too far away. You're saying June, right?
Yeah, it's not that far away. And I mean, we're making really good progress. At the moment, the back end of Jobs 3 is looking superb. The front end is only just behind. We're on a meeting today actually with a number of the different designers. The team is buzzing. The team is really pulling together, and yeah, we're seeing progress every day.
So for those that may not be familiar with Jobs 3 is, probably heard of Fiverr and Upwork. So those are very popular platforms in the Web 2 space. So you guys are pretty much trying to, I wouldn't say replicate, but almost like a competitor to those networks, except for you guys are doing this in a decentralized manner, correct? Because Fiverr and Upwork are pretty big. and I think we all probably heard of, everyone here's probably heard of them. Is that pretty accurate to say you guys want to be like almost a rival with them, except for in decentralized manner?
It's a great point. So lots of people, and certainly on a number of different AMAs that we've been part of, people have said, "Are you looking to compete with Fiverr? Are you looking to compete with Upwork, like even Amazon and eBay and the likes of these?" No. What we're doing is we are offering a decentralized version of those systems. So instead of looking to be a direct competitor, we're offering an alternative. We're offering a way to be able to interact with marketplaces such as those in a decentralized way.
Well said. Well said. Yeah, I think when I think about the position that you guys are putting yourself in right now, I think this is a great time. This is actually a really good time. But not just for your Jobs 3 platform, but you're talking about the taxi, right? As we know, the Uber now, or the eBay, you also eventually get to the auto side and also the Uber Eats side as well, or the Eats side as well, 3 Eats. You call that an Auto 3. You guys are very ambitious. I mean,
Yeah.
talking about like $1 trillion space here. I mean, you're talking about like top biggest companies in Web 2, and you guys literally bring this to the Web 3 side of it. Is this all your ideas here, Grant? You're a very ambitious man.
I mean, I like to call myself ambitious, but I mean, there's a team behind 3 Protocol, and I certainly wouldn't be able to do it without all of them. In terms of ambition, you're not wrong. These are big ambitions, but we figure that if we are able to build the fundamentals and the foundations of 3 Protocol in the way that we are, we're able to cement it. We're able to get it absolutely concrete, so that we know that all these pillars of our technology are infallible. It's absolutely, there's no reason why we can't bring this to future marketplaces. It's just a matter of being able to build out the right sort of front end and back end of it. The pillars of the technology are there, and then we're able to deliver it. So yes, Jobs 3 is our initial it's essentially our proof of concept. It's our first go, and it's going to be able to deliver almost immediately as soon as we launch. We've got a number of amazing partners on board, and we know that freelancers and gig workers are going to be really excited to be part of it. And then in a sustainable way, so that we know that we can launch these properly each way, we'll move on to the future marketplaces. And the idea behind it is not just like wild ambition. It's not just because we want to be able to sort of take over the world, almost like you put. Instead, what we want is to be able to build out this system so that starting with Jobs 3, people can earn in crypto, and then within the 3 Protocol ecosystem, people are able to actually take those earnings and use them. They're able to spend. They're able to get a taxi. They're able to order some takeout. They're able to make a purchase on 3bay. I mean, the idea is that people can do everything within this decentralized system.
Yeah, and just to touch up on that, it does seem very ambitious there, but one thing I'd like to note is the world is changing extremely fast at the minute. We are seeing AI, taking over the landscape or changing the entire landscape, and it really is going to be, I believe, it's going to be a case of people who have got the ability to solve problems are able to just put pieces of a jigsaw together and make changes extremely fast. We've seen in the last couple of years there how much change has really happened, and that's going to continue for the next few years. So, our team is really seeing that. We're seeing that sort of wave coming towards us, and all we're doing is preparing for that wave. And decentralizing the first marketplace as the blueprint, which is Jobs 3. That's going to give us the experience there to just simply copy onto the next platform and decentralize it and decentralize the next one and the next one and the next one there. So once we get it nailed down with the first one or two or maybe three, then the rest will just fall like dominoes, in my opinion.
I can definitely see that, being in the decentralization or in the crypto or Web3, I definitely see that, because once you have the foundation built, and I think to branch out to different platforms, it's going to be a lot easier than you were to do in the Web2. So I definitely can see that for sure. Now I do want to.
And look, you've touched up on a good point there. I mean, Web 2 is just getting to be far too controlled, far too constrained. One example is a buddy of mine, Albert Price. He sent me a gift from Arizona, and it came to Dublin, and customs just decided, you know what? He sent me these gifts several times over the last couple of years, and they just said, nah, you're not having it this time. No rhyme, no reason, just sent back out. And that's just the Web 2 trying to keep control over things. We can start decentralizing things, bringing things onto the Web 3 scene, then all of a sudden that's going to open up all our freedoms again, because we're slowly losing them. So it's very important to sort of note that, the changes that are happening in the Web 2 space, and then it's pushing people to start looking into the Web 3 space, because it's obvious that in order to have our freedoms, that's the way forward. That's definitely the way forward.
Definitely. Now, I mean, it's obvious that you guys recognize that the job recruitment is one of the biggest sector out there, and it's the reason why you guys chose as being your first platform. Let's go in depth with that. How are you guys pulling all these jobs availabilities, and also let's walk through the in depth on how you guys doing that, but also from a person who is going to look for a job on your platform. Let's go into detail with that. How do those things work?
Okay, so let's start with the employer side of things. So employers will be able to come to the platform, create a profile, and then they've got two options. They can either use the platform in similar functionality as the likes of Indeed, meaning you post a job, you hope that you get applicants, much like any sort of traditional jobs board, and it will work really nicely like that. The other option is that we use the gig style system, where you want to actually get connected with potential employees, potential gig workers, and you upload your job, and then you use the neural network AI to be able to connect with some of the best talent that we have on the system. As soon as you select someone, as soon as you have said, right, I want to work with this person, then you enter into the Tri-Sig smart contract setup, where we've got the three signatories, the let's say employer, the employee or freelancer, and the DAO will be the signatures on that. Two signatures needed to be able to release funds from escrow. If all goes well, then in theory the two parties will sign and everything will go well and funds will be released. If things don't go so well, then a dispute can be raised, and then it gets escalated to the DAO. So that's like the employer side of things. The employee or the freelancer side of the platform will work in a very similar way. You'll create a profile linked to your wallet, and it will use our ZK system to create a decentralized ID. This then becomes your ID, which you can use to build up a profile, be that collecting reviews, adding your resume, adding details about you, adding examples of your work. And then you can, by building up this resume, it's going to help you, by building up this profile, it's going to help you be better matched through the neural network AI. You can then search on the platform, much like you would any other jobs board, see what's out there. And you can also use the neural network AI to see who is currently hiring and connect with them in that way as well. So yeah, there's two different sides to it, very similar process for each, and everything will be accessible through a frankly, I mean, I looked at it. I've been a user of these types of platforms before. The UI and the UX is going to be seamless. It looks really good. It feels really straightforward. The idea is it has to be, because we're looking to onboard people from Web 2 who may not be au fait with the Web 3 world. So they need it to feel as recognizable, as straightforward, as intuitive as they're used to within the Web 2 world as well.
And your neural AI is going to play a big part in the efficiency. And I definitely can see that where you just spoke on about the employee side of it, you created your profile. So I think that I assume your neural link is going to pick up those info and it's going to do what it's supposed to do and efficiently connect to the right job as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now you touch on Grant. You touch on the resolution dispute. I think that's going to be one of the biggest thing when we're talking about decentralization of marketplaces, right? That's going to be big. Let's go in depth with that. So let's say if there's an issue, and you spoke on about a DAO. How does the DAO play apart from, I guess, coming to an agreement to ensure that the parties are happy or the problems get resolved?
Yeah. So the DAO, currently, the way things currently stand, to be able to get a seat on the DAO, you need to be a holder of 0.2% of the total supply, and then you will become eligible to take part in disputes. It's incentivized because anyone who takes part in disputes will earn a portion of the dispute fee. And we are then looking to sort of have a select group of people who are going to be able to approach each decision and view the evidence on its merits. Each party, well, both parties will have a 48-hour window after dispute is raised to be able to submit evidence. This is viewed by the DAO. The DAO comes up to a decision. And then they act as the second signature on the contract, and their judgment will determine the rightful recipient of the escrowed funds.
Okay, so that's actually really interesting. So the DAO will be incentivized, and to protect in the DAO, you have to hold a certain amount of token of the 3 protocol token. Now, when you talk about incentives, your whole ecosystem, I'm pretty sure that let's say the people are listening right now, like let's speak on the incentives. Why would a person buy the 3 protocol besides the price valuation or the valuation of the of the projects? Are there any other incentives that that one would benefit from by holding the 3 protocol token?
Yeah, I'll take that one there. So, yeah, the 3 token there, its fundamental component is for the 3 protocol platform. As we said there, it's a decentralized ecosystem. It's aimed at enabling e-commerce, providing financial services to the unbanked, debanked, and most importantly, very privacy conscious individuals. The first incentive is the governance participation. If you are a 3 holder of 0.2% of the supply to begin with, as time moves on, that threshold will start to come down, so it'll give other people opportunity to get into it. But yeah, the government's participation there, so that makes sure that any disputes that are raised, it will be resolved within 24 to 48 hours. Also, we have got a staking protocol that we released, that we introduced last week. So obviously, staking your rewards, you get a percentage of tokens back for that. Not only that, fee reductions is one of the key token utilities. So any transactions that are conducted using the 3 token within the ecosystem are subject to a 5% fee reduction. So throughout all the marketplaces, if you decide to use the 3 token instead of any other cryptocurrency, which you're allowed to do, you will have a 5% fee reduction. And then later on, we are going to introduce a token deflationary system. More than likely, that will be through fees that are accumulated. A certain amount of those tokens will probably go through some kind of burn system, whether periodically or through a certain amount. That system will come down the line there, but there will be a deflationary factor to the token supply. And then perhaps later on, the education is a big thing as well. And we might look at introducing like a train to earn incentive. We're talking about that. We're not fully decided on it yet. But basically, we want to try and educate people there as best we can. So we might set aside some tokens there to get people there to learn about the protocol and get paid or get rewarded tokens for doing so. So that could be another aspect to it as well there. So main utilities is the fee reduction and the governance participation and the staking protocol.
I'm just going to jump on there quickly and just say, like, the educational side of things that Trevor mentioned there is like it's genuinely incredibly important to us. And I briefly mentioned earlier that one of the major things that we are looking at is how we can onboard people from Web 2 to Web 3, and that in and of itself is going to require a significant amount of education. I imagine lots of people, everyone who's here, all 140 of you are at some point going to have onboarded into Web3. And I imagine if it was anything like what I went through, that was not a straightforward process. I mean, having to learn all about how wallet mechanics work, learning what you can sign, what you shouldn't sign, how to look out for a scam, what's right, what's wrong, what's a CEX, what's a DEX, what do all of these acronyms mean that the space is flooded with? And the average Web2 user is going to be overwhelmed if they're faced with that. So if we can provide a sort of simple education, which is going to be able to sort of facilitate them with everything they need to be able to participate in this decentralized sort of ecosystem that we're creating, then yeah, we're all for it. That's absolutely what we want to be part of.
Yeah, I mean, I agree 100%. I think the barrier to entry to the Web3 is so high. It's so confusing. It's, you get lost very easily. But I think what you guys are doing, and you guys actually will have an opportunity to really introduce the Web2 people into the space just because the nature of what you guys are doing. So I definitely see the educational side is going to play a huge, crucial role on your platform and on the onboarding process to the Web3 as well. And we need that, right? We need people coming to the Web3. I think that's a great idea.
Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Sorry.
No, I'm sorry. I jumped over you there. I was just agreeing with you emphatically. Sorry.
Yeah, no, we're good. But yeah, I've been in the space for a very long time, and I still think the barrier to the Web3 is just so high. And 5 years ago, I thought that will be more advanced now, but we still haven't. We need education because I don't know what's going on. But it's still a mess. It's still a mess. I have like 5 different wallets and, like you said, sex decks, different blockchains. Oh my gosh, like I don't even know. Like I don't even know where to begin. If I have a friend that's never really even heard of crypto, I don't even know where to begin with. It's just the barrier is just way too high. So yeah, education is crucial, very important. Now I did read somewhere, Grant, that you guys do have some kind of referral program, right? You guys would do the marketing side of it, of course, but let's talk about the referral program. How you guys gonna really, I guess, incentivize people to raise awareness to the job 3 for recruitment or just for the service provider, etc. Let's go into that. How can a person participate on jobs 3?
Yeah, I mean the referral side of things, we've not released the specifics of it yet, but absolutely we will be looking to encourage people to share the word. We would like. I mean, employers talk to each other, don't they? I mean, networking is a natural part of the business world, and if someone has a positive experience with Web3, sorry, with Jobs 3, and they're able to then share it, and they're able to encourage people to be part of it, then absolutely, we're more than happy to create a system where they're able to be a referral partner, where they're able to do it. And I mean, we're all for creating a loyal customer base. What those loyalty programs explicitly look like, I don't have the details of that to be able to share with you today, but yes, absolutely, referral programs will be there. We'll be incentivizing users who facilitate the onboarding of be that service providers, be that vendors, be that even buyers to a certain extent. I mean, we absolutely want to be able to help people to encourage that to happen.
Yeah, and to touch up on that, that's the beauty about blockchain technology and smart contracts. You know, you can implement such referrals inside that. You know, so once the marketplace is developed there, it's not hard there to set a parameter within the smart contract to say, okay, I'll give 2 levels down a couple of percent of an incentive, you know, so that you know, utilizing the blockchain technology and the smart contracts there, that is definitely a way of incentivizing people there to join in and jump on.
I was on mute there. Yeah, I think that's gonna be that's gonna play a crucial role, right, for the scalability side as well. But it looks like you guys already thought of that and is in the works right now. So I think that's gonna be very important. Yeah, I think you know, just job 3 in itself alone, I think that's a big sector, you know, for the future of Web3. Now this is going to be a tough question for Trevor, but or Grant, but like from like you guys doing jobs 3, you know, tax 3, taxi 3, eBay, autos 3, eat. Like to implement all this, have you thought about the roadmap of all this? Like, where do you see, like, how many years from now that do you think, or I guess an estimate of you guys would be able to implement all this? I know it's a hard question to answer, but have you guys thought about that yet?
Yeah, you're not wrong. It's almost like we're going to need to expand our team with a jobs board, right? But no, you're not wrong. It's an ambitious roadmap. We have we've currently sort of laid it out so that we're looking at quarters over the next year or so. I mean, to give you an idea of how sort of fast and how much effort the team are putting in place, we initially had our staking mechanism that was meant to go live in the first week of June, and we launched that last week. So we were a full month ahead of schedule with that. We're just really heads down grinding at the moment, and we're excited to be able to bring it. The actual rollouts of the various marketplaces. So we're looking at Jobs 3 in the immediate. That's going to be launching in the next month. Beyond that, we're looking at quarters. So later this year, once Jobs 3 is up and running and we're happy with how it's going in Q3 of 2024, we're looking at the 3-bay side of things. So our sort of decentralized auction selling marketplace. Then when we get to Q4, we're looking at the vehicle-based marketplace, so Auto 3, And then we're looking into 2025 for the further marketplaces. And it seems like they come like quick and ready. It seems like they come quickly. But that's because of the reasons that I said and Trevor sort of reiterated earlier, that once we have the baseline technology in place, once all of this, everything that we're working towards at the moment, when we get to the point where that's solid, that's in place, that's been tried and tested, then actually rolling out the other systems is, he says, a relatively straightforward process.
Wow, you know what? I really thought it's gonna be like around looking like 5 to 10 years away. The reason is because in each different platform that you have there, that's like multi-billion to trillion dollar sector here, marketplace there. I was actually expecting you to say like 5, 10 years away, but yeah, I mean that's you're looking at 1 year, 3 years from now. That's actually that's not far away at all, because these are really big categories here that they're trying to disrupt.
Yeah, absolutely. You're not wrong. Like these are major places that we are looking to disrupt, and we feel that by being able to deliver them at this rate, we're able to capture people as they become users of each platform. They then become users of the next platform naturally, and then they become a user of the next platform. And before we know it, we've got an ecosystem that people are naturally using, and they're going from one to the other with few sort of barriers to entry. And then it means that in relatively short order, we're able to present the ecosystem as a whole, as opposed to saying, hey, join this platform now, join this marketplace now, and then there'll be something else at some point in the future. We want to be able to present this system so that people can earn and then spend in crypto as soon as we can.
Yeah, and just to touch up on that as well, once we get the tri-signature mechanism in place, once we get that in, then it's just a case of feeding the information to it, and it doesn't really matter what marketplace it is, as long as that mechanism is in place where a buyer, a seller can do business with one another in a decentralized way, and a DAO system there to protect both users from within that smart contract, then it's just a matter of the transition from the centralized to the decentralized at whatever rate that follows there. But I think the key to it all is the tri-signature smart contract. Once that's fully implemented, parameters allowed around it, then I think that's going to be the real big key for each marketplace for the decentralized manner.
And that contract's already looking good. I mean, we are making leaps and bounds with the code on that. I was in a conversation with Russell from Tectum recently, and he's in close contact with our devs, and he was, for want of a better word, showing off some of the code to some sort of phenomenal coders, and they were saying, this is looking solid. This is looking in a really good place already. So we're excited to be able to deliver that.
That's incredible, because Tectum, you guys over there, I mean, the team over there, they have proven themselves over there. So that's incredible to hear. And I kind of knew it, when I heard the first AMA, when you guys came over here, and being Tectum's first project, I mean, they just don't pick the idea or the mission or the vision lightly, right? Because that's the names behind it. So I think they chose you guys for a reason. But yeah, congrats on the success. Now I do want to go back to the deflationary side of it there, Trevor, that you mentioned earlier. So ultimately, you guys will have a percent that's dedicated to burn. So what that means is that you guys can get rid of the total supply like forever, correct?
Yeah. So it'd be most likely in proportion there. So The more people that use the 3 token in our ecosystem, the more fees that are accumulated throughout the system. A percentage of those tokens will be borne, whether that's periodically or whenever there's a certain amount of a threshold. We haven't just quite ironed out the full details yet, but there will be a deflationary mechanism there. So the more the system ramps up, then the more tokens that will born through that process.
Yeah, that's going to bring a lot of value to the token holders, because ultimately they are burning the tokens completely forever. So what that means is it reduces the total supply. There's less circulation going around. The value of the token goes up. It's just the nature of it. So that's incredible. Yeah, I mean, I love the ambition. I definitely want to see this project succeed because I love Web3, and I think it's time. This is actually a great time to have a project like this, this ambitious in the space. You guys are doing it big, and looking at the market cap right now, you guys are 18 million. So, like I say, each platform itself is worth multi-billions if implemented correctly, because it's not something that it's not a new business model. We've seen it, right? We've seen it in Web 2 right now. So the business model itself is not new. It is pretty much implement the same business model to the Web 3 using the blockchain and other decentralizations aspect of it. So they're not inventing something new, really. The idea is not new. So I'm pretty sure that almost like when you guys analyze the market, right, and do analysis on it, is that one of the big factors in choosing these ideas here?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we looked at the like e-commerce marketplace valuation, and we saw that there is like across all global e-commerce, there's around about $21.1 trillion worth, and I mean that's an incredible opportunity. Even if we are able to capture like a small amount of that, I mean, there's 600 million individuals who currently hold cryptocurrencies. That's an aggregate $2.64 trillion. I mean, there is a genuine gap between the amount of cryptocurrency holders and the e-commerce marketplaces that are available to us. Freelancing platforms, there's 4.2 million users on Fiverr and Upwork, 18 million freelancers across them, with 5 million different users. I mean, these are huge numbers, and we're working that a large proportion, and frankly a growing proportion of them, are going to want to be able to approach it from a decentralized way. And I mean, that's what we're looking to be able to deliver. I mean, that's before we even take into account the 150 million users of Uber every month, the 135 million users of eBay. I mean, the market segment that we're looking at is vast, but we are focused on those users who want to be able to transact in a decentralized way. They want to be able to remove themselves from this central oversight. They want to be able to use the crypto that they've earned in a way which they can't in the traditional systems.
It is vast, and if you guys are able to disrupt this and in all these platform marketplaces here, and like you said, the numbers are huge. I think it's probably safe to say that you guys may be, and the investors along with you guys could be one of the richest people out there, right? I mean, we see that too. So yeah,
You're not wrong. I'm gonna focus in on the vision. If we can deliver this for the community, then that's gonna make me a happy man.
Awesome. And now, your contract, does it have to sell and buy tax or no?
Nope. We renounced our contract really quickly. So there is no buy tax, no sell tax forever, no blacklist, no whitelist. So yeah, we renounced the contract the day after TGE, I believe.
didn't mute myself again. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull up the chart right now. Yeah, I mean, right now, looking at 21 million market cap. So it looks like it went up recently here. Your volume is at 693. Are you strictly on this decentralized exchanges only, or do you have any centralized exchanges currently?
No, we launched on our first centralized last week. So we're on Mexi. So yeah, we're both on Dex and CEX at the moment. You're not wrong. There is a bit of an upward trend going on at the moment. I'm going to say it's down to this AMA.
Yeah, me too.
We've done that before. You know, we took a lot of projects to all-time high during our AMAs sometimes. You know, I mean, the idea, the vision here is great. I mean, like I said, you know, from an entrepreneurial perspective, like myself, the idea is not new. I mean, it's proven. The concept is proven, and you guys literally just taking this to Web3. So, I mean, if implemented correctly, it's huge. So, I definitely want to see this project succeed for sure. But just having on the decentralization only, you have 693,000 volume. That's really good, you know, considering how new it is. And your LP is at 715K, so that's actually very healthy as well. Have you guys talked to Sexus yet? And is that something you can speak on? If not, I understand.
At the I mean, there's always conversations that happen in the background, right? But at the moment, yeah, I'm not going to be able to give any specifics. But for now, yeah, we're really pleased to be live on Mexi, to be able to sort of open up the opportunities to people who prefer to trade through those centralized exchanges.
You guys are on Mexi. Okay, so you guys are Mexi already.
Yeah, we did. We launched on Mexi last Monday.
Okay, okay, so that's pretty fast. That's pretty fast. I'm gonna pull up your three CoinGecko really quick here. So look at your the exchange.
Please do.
Yeah, okay. Oh wow, okay. So you have other sects that actually listed you guys as well. I'm not sure you knew about it. Pick Lassie.
Okay. Okay.
So yeah, so it looks like they're listed to you guys. So it was probably for free. So, you know, you have some of the exchanges out there. If they look at the project and they see that it could be beneficial to them, they just list you guys for free. It looks like Big Lassie, that's a sex exchange. And you guys, they did 50,000 volume over there. But yeah, you guys on there as well.
I like the sound of that. I'll have a chat with the team and see what conversations have been had. But yeah, that's exciting times.
Yeah, you know, some of the exchanges that do that, they just, you know, if you look at your volume and they say, you know what, it's going to be very beneficial for the team because they make money off the trading fees, right? And they just do it without even talking to the projects. And I've seen it so many times before. And it seems like that's what they did to you guys if you guys did not know about that. But yeah, you guys on 2 sex exchanges now.
Excellent.
Yeah,
I will take that with me and know about it. It's yeah. I mean, a number of projects have sort of have had 3 sort of catch their eye. I know that a number of sort of listing places have grabbed our have had their attention grabbed by us. So yeah, it's really exciting to see how it's going.
yeah, and I foresee that there will be a lot more bigger exchanges that would be listing you guys for free or be reaching out to you guys for sure. Yeah, you guys doing a heck of a job over there.
Well, yeah, let's say watch this space. There's definitely more to come.
Definitely. Yeah, you know, to be transparent, I am an investor in the project early on, and it's something I'll be holding, not financial advice. I definitely love the ideas, the ambition behind it, and again, I always say invest in the people, and I think you guys have put together a really good team, and also being Tectum's first project as well. And I know that a lot of the people in the community also invested in your project as well.
I'm really pleased to hear that. I mean, it's always nice to come and do AMAs where we know that there are people listening who are genuinely part of the project. And you're not wrong. The incubation with Tectum has been incredible. I mean, not least because we talked about those numbers earlier. And I mean, if you're looking for a scalable blockchain solution that we're able to connect with, I mean, Tectum's the way to go. So if we're going to be having these huge numbers of transactions across multiple marketplaces, I mean, it's a no-brainer.
Definitely. Grant, Trevor, I think we pretty much covered everything. Did we miss anything that you guys want to speak on? I know that it's probably almost 11 or 12 for you there, Grant. Did we miss
It
anything?
Is. But I mean, you know what? That was comprehensive. That you did your research. You asked like a number of great questions there. I appreciate it. Nothing that I feel I need to cover. Trevor, anything from you?
No, not that I can think of right now.
Sounds good, guys. And I know there's a lot of questions inside the room. You know, our community usually put the questions in the banner in the comment section there. But hey, guys, Grant is 11 p.m. or 12 a.m. for him over there. So after this, I'm gonna pin their TG. Okay, make sure that you guys go over there. Do not spam. But if you guys have any questions, you can always ask your questions over there. Trevor, Grant, that was a great presentation. It's always great to have you guys here. Again, I know Trevor, you've been here a few times. I think Grant is your first time here, but the last time, you know, we all know what 3 Protocol is. You guys been busy, very busy with AMAs. You know, I've been paying attention to you guys. You guys are really working hard over there. So as an investor, I definitely like to see that. So thank you so much for being here.
It has been a pleasure. Thank you so much for having us. We really appreciate it. And I was really looking forward to this. You're not wrong. I missed the last one, but the team spoke so highly of it. I knew I had to be down for this one, even if you're right, even if it is 11 p.m. I was excited. And thank you very much for having us. And thank you to the audience as well. If you liked what you heard, you are interested in finding out more about what 3 Protocol is all about, please come over to our Telegram. Ask questions, become part of the community, see if it's right for you. And yeah, we'd love to talk you through it.
Awesome, Grant. So yeah, let us know if there's any updates. Okay, so when you guys have an update, just let us know. Shoot me a DM, and you know everything. You know, we post it, pin it for free. Once you guys are done it with us, as far as update goes, just let us know. We like to support great projects like your projects. So at the end of the all, we all investors here. So as long as your project is legit, you have a good team behind you, we'd like to support you. So thank you so much, and sleep well. Shut your mind. I know entrepreneurs is very hard for us to lay down and just go to sleep right away, right? But try
You're
to
not
sleep
wrong.
good night.
Thanks very much. I appreciate your time.
Yeah, thanks everyone.
Thank you.
Really enjoyed it.
Thank you so much. All right, guys. Well, that was a great AMA. You know, it's great to have the team back with us. Mike, you still there, brother? I think Mike is driving home. He was in the middle of painting his boat. But anyway, guys, I'm gonna just go ahead and pick a random winner here. I'm just gonna scroll down. And I appreciate you guys listening to the AMA. I know we don't usually do 2 AMAs back to back, but 152 people here still. That's incredible. I was actually kind of worried whether that's actually a great idea. But I'm glad you guys are back here listening to this AMA. You know, 3 Protocol is a great project. And to be transparent, I am invested in it. But again, I'm not a financial advisor. Make sure you guys do your research accordingly. All right, so I'm gonna go down and pick one winner here. It's been a long day for me as well. But that was actually a great AMA. Block 86. So Block 86, congratulations. Thanks for listening to the AMA. All right, guys, so I'm gonna go ahead and open the room, and just for the fun of it, if you guys just, again, 5 guesses only, 1 to 200, okay? Random number, and we'll give a little reward just for fun of it as well. Okay, guys. Well, I appreciate again you guys being here for this AMA, and we'll catch you guys on the next one. Thank you so much.